Now, you're now widely considered right at the top. When you were you told me about who your influences were when you were aspiring to be the best, but now you actually are at the top. What actually motivates you to keep going now?
I've got goals, like some races I haven't won, so like New York Marathon, never won, I want to win. London Marathon, I want to win every year. I just have these goals that I want, and now my world records have gone this year, my 5,000 and 1,500, I want them back. So I've always got goals.
So you just reset the goals every single time?
I just reset the goals. I know this year that I've been coming second a lot, but with the racer Marcel Hug from Switzerland, who's broke the world records, I'm the only one who's challenging him. This year I've actually, first time that I've PB'd in 3 years, in 3 events, so I know I'm not getting slower. He's just a little bit quicker than me, but it's a fraction of a second. He's slightly ahead of me, but I know I've got other things I can improve on. I think if I sat there and thought there's nothing I can improve on, then I'd sit there and worry. But I've got things that I can improve on.
I was going to ask you, how far do you think you can take yourself? I mean, how much more David Weir is there?
I'm not sure, really. With London, it's going to be London 2012 is going to be a big one for me. So I think everything will go into London, and then I'll be 33 then, so I've been around for a long time, so maybe, but I can't say until I've done London, and then I'll make my decision after. But I think London will be a good one to bail out on. But I've said that, like I've said, right, London's definitely my last Olympics, but when you get nearer to it, you think, I don't know yet.
I was going to say, from what you're saying, it depends. I suppose it depends if you hit those goals that you want to in London, and then equally if you can't find any other goals to.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's all. When I was trying to get these world records and win races, that I had goals every year, what races I want to win or what world records I wanted to have. I know they're getting a little bit shorter, but there's still goals that I wanted to win.
Yeah, and I suppose while there's a goal still there, then there's equally the motivation and the desire to go out and train and punish the body and do everything else.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, it's very, talking with you now and equally doing the research that I did prior to the interview, everything you say about yourself, you just consider yourself a regular guy. And we were speaking about that before we even started the interview today, and I was trying to actually convince you, not very successfully, that you actually weren't a regular guy, that you've achieved a hell of a lot more than a regular guy, but you still think of yourself as just David Weir, regular guy from Wallington, Sutton.
Yeah, I just think I'm just a normal guy I still live on the same council estate. I know all the kids on the estate know who I am, and I get stopped a lot on there. I've always been, it's like years ago when I used to come back from races and my mum would say to me, how'd you do? I'd say, all right. Even though I'd won and stuff like that. I was like 10 or 11. And she'd say, well, how did you do then? Come on, tell me. And I'd say, yeah, I've done all right. And I'd leave it at that. And I'd give her my medal and then I'd go out and play and stuff. So I've always been modest and I've never hyped myself. Never. I just think I'm just David Weir from Sutton, and it's only till you do all these interviews and then you get people saying, oh, can I have your autograph and stuff like that, then you start to realise that I've achieved something here, and you get kids coming up to you and they look up to you and stuff like that. That's when
well, I was going to say, this must be the real positive bit for you, because I know that you're putting back, now that I know you consider yourself already an old man of the sport, but you're already putting a lot back into encouraging children with disabilities into sport, aren't you? And I know it's something that you feel very passionate about.
Yeah, I do. A few years ago, I never thought I'd see myself doing it. I just thought that I just wanted to do my own thing and then just bail out like that. But then I just sat there and thought, before Beijing, there was me, Shelley, Mickey in racing chairs. And I thought, that's not good enough. That's not good enough for the country the size of Britain, with the amount of disabled people in this country. There must be some juniors out there that want to do wheelchair racing. I just want to go around the country and get kids into wheelchair racing, because it's a fantastic sport. I know it's difficult, it's hard, but if you get the right people and the mentality of people, then it's fun as well. And I just want to get kids or anyone who's a young adult or someone like that just to come down and train with us and see what it's about, really, because it's a fantastic sport.
What do you think would be a stronger legacy for you, and what a legacy that would give you most pride to leave? Do you think the knowledge of your world records to leave as a legacy, or do you think actually encouraging a lot more people into wheelchair athletics? What do you think would
to encourage more people? I think.
I think that's the real self-fulfillment.
Yeah, I think after, when I retire, I definitely want to set up something that kids can come and train, and I can give them all my knowledge with me and Jenny and other people I really want water racing to be the best sport in Great Britain, really.
And I think that nicely brings us on to 2012, because I think the wonderful thing is we're already seeing the media coverage improve and increase right from now. And I believe you're actually turning up on Channel 4, I believe, at the weekend, aren't you, with a programme there. But it's lovely to see 2012 giving that focus to the media and giving a purpose to the media to actually promote the Paralympics an awful lot more. I mean, that must be great for you.
Yeah, I think it was great that they put up the rights for the Paralympics, and every TV company that went into it had to bid and put what they were going to do, like with documentaries, and Channel 4 got it, and which was great, really, because even though the BBC have done fantastically well over the years covering our sport, but it always felt like it was the Olympics then Paralympics. Not because of the BBC, but it's just because the Olympics always come first. Now with Channel 4, because they've got the full rights of the Paralympics, everything's going to be thrown the Paralympics. So adverts, and so it won't be a rush 2 weeks after the Olympics. This is starting now.
Yeah, it's a show in itself.
Yeah.
It's not a sideshow.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put you on the spot now, just to finish off with the final question. What are you going to go for? Olympics 2012, what is going to make David Weir a very happy man and someone who would feel possibly comfortable enough at retiring afterwards?
Just one gold medal.
Yeah?
Yeah, in my home Olympics, I would just like one gold medal. It's going to be tough because there's a bunch of racers out there that are really, really on strong. So if I get one gold medal, it'll be better. It'll be more of an achievement than Beijing, because the standard is raising very high at the moment. So.
And the final thing, for the people out there who are trying to either push on in their career, open a business, excel within their own sport, what would your bit of advice to them be that's maybe seen you throughout your career and enabled you to achieve what you have?
I think you just need to work hard, really, and be motivated, be dedicated. It might be slow at the beginning, but if you keep working at something that you're good at, it's going to come true at the end, I think. Because it hasn't taken me 2 years to get like this, it's taken me 20 years. So it might take a long time, but I've worked hard at it, and I think if you work hard at anything that you can do, you can achieve anything.